Hi guys, and welcome to the brake series. This time we're doing some brakes on a 2014 Ford Focus. This is obviously the new pads and discs which I've just installed, and I'm going to be showing you the step-by-step of how to do it. If you find this video helpful in any way, please do like and subscribe because it does help me know what's popular and what to make more of and anything like that. Leave a comment if you liked it and you found it helpful, or if you didn't, you can do the same. But yeah, thanks for watching, and here's the video. Try and go through as a step-by-step as much as we can. And then we'll go from there. So first step is I will obtain a locking wheel nut key and a 19mm socket. Plunk it on. You can obviously, if you don't have the same tools, you're obviously going to have to use your brain and work out what you can do from it all. Obviously, if you have the wheels on the floor, you can use the bar, crack the wheel nuts off and then jack it up and then take the wheels up from there. Obviously, I've got an air gun, a battery gun. We used to have air tools back in the day, but obviously evolution, everything's battery. So take the wheel off. So hold the wheel at the bottom just in case it falls. There you go. See, it's just going to slip like that, but that's fine. We can take the wheel off, just like so. Place it over here, and then I'll just quickly show you. So spin the disc out this way so we can see it. On the back here, we've got two dust covers. Take them off. It's a 7mm Allen key. Again, you can buy specific tools. Some tools you don't have the Allen keys. Get these off eBay. This is literally a 7mm Allen key. And you get them in two different sizes. You get them slightly longer and slightly shorter. Make sure that's doing up. So we'll go to undo. Here. Crack it off. Same in here. There we go, one. Two. So we don't take them all the way out. You can do. This is what we've just undone here. This is the slider. You can check it, make sure that it's not too corroded up, etc. Because these can seize. We've got to take front clip off. You can see here, if I turn it back, there's a retaining clip here. You want to just get the screwdriver under here, and that will pop off from there. And then you do the same with the other one. You just remove that like that. Next stage you really want to do probably is I like to get a screwdriver in between the pad and the disc, okay? And then you just lever it back a little bit. What that'll do is that'll give you some movement to be able to wiggle the disc, wiggle the caliper off. And then here we have the discs now. These have got like clips to clip in, so it's always best to take this one out on its own like this. What we'll do is we'll just pop that out like that, as you can see. Here is the pad. There's not much left on that pad. Now it's never a good idea to let these hang because you'll put pressure on it. So you can always just pop it up the top here for now, or cable tie it to the spring up the top. So this other one's a bit stuck in. So we just get like a screwdriver, lever it out like that. So here we have the pads. Basically worn out, nothing left on it. This part here is the pad carrier. This is what we want to clean up, but I wouldn't worry about cleaning it up too much on here. What we're going to have to do first is remove at the back here. We've got two bolts, one here. These hold the pad carrier on, and then once we get that off, the disc should pretty much fall off. It's an 18mm. I'm using like a long ratchet spanner here, just for get some leverage. Crack them both off. Oh, how tight! Remember that? How tight. I could use my air ratchet as well, or just normal ratchet. It's just because they are really quite tight. You need to have something with a little bit of length on it, so you can actually use the leverage to free that. So once we do this, we can take this off. One. These have got a little bit of Loctite on them as well. That's why they're quite tight to come off. car's done 48,000 miles, so this is probably the first set of discs it's had. Put that over to the side for now, so we're safe. Now, the pad, the carrier, it's going to fall off if you have that still on there, so what we'll do is pull it off there. And you can see on the inside here, it's got quite a lip through from that. So that's why we're going to replace that as well. It's had been greased up before. You've got to be careful not to get any bits underneath it, really. So at this point, what I like to do is if we reattach this for a second, just loosely put the bolts back in. That gives us maximum ability of cleaning up the pad carrier. Choose a file. Clean up all that bit where the pad's going to sit. Could use a brake cleaner. Lots of back airborne. What it does is it just comes all together a bit, so it doesn't go up in the air too much. Dry it out. Get much instantaneously. Here's also highly flammable. Alright, there we go, nice and clean. Obviously we've got to take it off again. So we need to put the new disc on first. So obviously we've made sure that this is clean. There's no built up bits of corrosion. I'm going to pop the disc on. Pad carrier, put this back on. Tighten it up. Tighten it up. So they were tight coming undone, so we got to do them tight, doing them up. There we go. Nicely done. Next thing we need to do in precaution for this one, you need to take off the so next we're going to be pushing back the piston in the caliper, but before we do that we need to take off the cap for the brake fluid. Cap for the brake fluid is situated here, just above the coolant bottle. There we go. Take that off. Right, next you can use anything you like. For this one I'm going to be using an actual wind back tool, which you just situate in between the piston and the carrier. You can use some Stilsons, anything like that. But I'm going to use these back. These are like £13 from Amazon. They're very cheap. And you just put it in, and you just wind it slowly back. And that will slowly gradually push the piston back, allowing enough space to install the new pads. There we go. And you've got to let it off a little bit to release it. There we go. So there we go, that's that done. Next we're going to do is install the pads. Pad your pads again. Sometimes they've got a direction of rotation on them, sometimes they don't. These do not, so obviously this is the one that goes inside the caliper, and this is the one that goes on the outside. Now I can show you the difference of thickness between the two. I've lost a couple of fingers on my glove. So this is the old pad. Yeah. So much is left. This is the new pad. So these were on the last knockings. So there we go. Nice and deep, nice and free. These can be a bit fiddly because they're like a compression. You've got to make sure that you push one in and get the other one in, and then push down, install it like that into that one. Make sure that the sliders, yeah, make sure they're pushed back, otherwise you won't be able to get them into the correct holes. The next time, let me put them on there, and then sort of got to go in a little bit. Now I always start these off by hand, because one thing you don't want to do is cross thread these sliders in the holes. It's easily done because these are like aluminium going into like steel, so if anything's going to cross, it's going to be these. It should be okay. These are started well, lovely. I'll just nip them up. Okay, one. And this one up as well. There you go, nip them up, but then you obviously just, you don't want to do these too tight, like you want to do them as tight as they come undone. You don't want to over tight them because these will again snap. There we go, nice. We install the dust caps in the back, it's quite important. And then the last thing we need to do is put on the clip. This can be the fiddly bit. I always do it at the top first, then put it into the bottom one there, and then lever it over. Might take a bit of my glove with me and just give it a bit of a whack. There we go. The next thing you want to do, which I'm not going to show you, but I'm going to speak to you about it now, is you want to go inside the car and you want to pump the pedal out like 5 times, pump it so it goes hard, because obviously where we push the piston out the back, it's you're going to have no pedal. So make sure you pump the pedals out before you take the car off the ramp or anything that you're holding it onto. And the other thing as well is check the level in the bottle and put the cap back on. So this is another one of the brake series. This is a Ford Focus 2014. If you found this video helpful, say please do like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers guys.